We've,
Could you turn it a little so that they can also see? Yeah, is it still visible for you, Niels? Yeah.
if I go a
Okay.
little bit more to the left.
It would be nice for them to be able to see it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, mouse, good.
I hope
very
it works.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, we've selected also a trend.
Yes.
It's in the green investment industry
Green
a little bit more,
investment.
and also in the green buildings, which will Marc tell more about.
Yes.
Well, the climate change is forcing the real estate industry to through a change. Damn. 1 second, please.
Yes. Slow down a little, Niels.
Yes.
Slow down a little.
Tenant space requirements, government regulations, and socially responsible investments are forcing the way we build now to a more greener construction.
Yes.
In recent years, there has been an explosion.
Okay.
In recent years, there has been an explosion for more sustainable buildings. Investors have been slow to react to this, and therefore fail to seize the opportunities that lay there.
Yes.
As a result, you can see the imbalance between that from the tenant demands for green buildings and the real estate market.
Mm-hmm.
Since investors have failed to seize the opportunities, the initiative,
That's fine.
Have been made by the tenants themselves and by the government.
Yes, have been taken. Yes,
Have been taken. Okay.
Yes.
There are still many. So there is change ahead.
Yes, there's change ahead.
Change ahead for the investors and also for us. We can follow this trend and then see what we can do with it. Since we can always advise the investors.
Yes.
In what way?
You might even have turned us into investors, Niels.
Come on. Oh, see, that's what I meant. It's not running as smoothly as I hoped.
Okay, you can also click inside it and it'll show. Okay.
Yeah, you can?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Well, since there are still many opportunities for investors, the global green standard will rise. It will be a more Class A standard for world. There are also opportunities for investors in retrofitting, which we have seen earlier this year.
Yes.
For instance, I forgot the name. Damn. The gas company.
Yes.
That delivers gas. They also did a lot of retrofitting. So there are a lot of opportunities for investors there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are very many risks, but that depends on the various types of regions and buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Like the high-rise buildings, like retail centers and office buildings, are more proven a more difficult task for retrofitting.
Okay.
And now my colleague will
Marc,
take it away.
go ahead.
Well, looking to the future, the expectation is that the activity of the public market will surge.
Yes.
Also, the green product definitions will become more, will become more standard.
Okay.
That's the word.
Yes.
Green.
So green will be normal, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
That is. There are many definitions of what a green building is or does. Definitions may range from buildings that are not as bad as the average building to or buildings that are notably better than the average building.
Okay.
Or buildings that may represent a regenerative process of improvement and restoration of the site and its environment.
Okay. Okay.
The ideal green project preserves and restores natural habitat. Sorry, again.
So natural habitats are restored?
The ideal green project preserves and restores natural habitat
Yes.
by sustaining life and becoming a net producer of resources, materials, water and energy.
Yes.
rather
Producers
than
and not users, you mean?
yes,
Yes.
rather than being a net consumer.
Consumer, exactly.
The ideal, oh no, sorry.
You're doing okay.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
the
Try to improvise. So what would you like to end with?
I'm not finished yet.
Okay.
A green building is one whose blackout.
Yes. So I would like you to improvise. So we don't know what you've prepared.
Yes.
So skip a bit if you like and just go to the next bit that you do know.
A green building is one whose a building which assures the most healthiest and green environment possible.
Uh-huh.
Representing the most efficient and least disruptive use of land, water, energy, and resources.
Mm-hmm.
While many green technologies cost more, it has been demonstrated that some green projects even cost less than a not so green conventional building.
Okay.
So it's as some people think, it's not. It's expensive to invest in conventional in green buildings. They think it's very expensive, but after all, it's proven that it's actually it costs the same or sometimes even less.
Okay. Okay. Good. Was that it?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. You've made things very difficult for yourself.
Yeah.
Because your story is rather theoretical, so it's
Yeah.
rather abstract. You don't have a lot of very clear examples, so it's all theory, and you've learnt a lot by heart, and now you want to say exactly what you've learnt by heart, which makes you stumble too. So that's difficult. So although it's impressive what you've tried to do, it also makes it difficult for you to really perform at a very high level because this was just too difficult. And it also means that, for instance, you and Niels, you say a lot, but because you need to concentrate on what you're saying, your intonation becomes very...
Yeah, I know. I've misunderstood the assignment from early on. I thought we had to do a text from a valid source. And
Okay.
so I looked up an actually valid source. It was a real paper with a fully studied
Okay.
research. So
Okay.
and there I took my paper from.
Yes,
and
so that
was
is...
wa-
So we
way too
agree. We
difficult.
agree that this was too ambitious.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
like ambitious, but we also learned that when you're over ambitious, it leads to lower performance. So you need to be ambitious at your own level.
Yeah,
But it was good enough, certainly. But I mean,
I said, I
it was
misunderstood the
clear that you
assignment.
prepared really well. But for instance, at a certain moment, it becomes tiring to listen to you because you need to concentrate on. So what was he saying? Where are we stuck in the middle of the sentence, and how are you going to go on? Okay. Thank you very much.